Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Erik Ten Hag provides update on Kobbie Mainoo after a freak ankle injury. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has provided an update on Kobbie Mainoo following his freak ankle injury against Real Madrid. The youngster has been hugely impressive in the preseason for the Red Devils, and he recently starred in the 2-0 win over Arsenal in New Jersey. As a result, the 18-year-old was paired alongside Casemiro in the starting 11 versus Madrid, but he got injured in just the second minute of the game. Casemiro's clinical foul on Rodrigo saw him fall onto the ankle of Mainu. The club graduate was assisted off the field by United's medical staff. Speaking after the game, Ten Hag said that he has no update on the extent of the injury, but a proper assessment will be made very soon. The Dutchman was hopeful that the injury was not serious and admitted that he was really looking forward to see Mainoo's performance. He told ManUnited.com, "I understand the question, but you can never tell straight after a game. We have to wait for what it is. So, hopefully, it's not too bad and then chances will come. I wanted to see what levels he could play against Arsenal. We were pleased with his performance. I wanted to see if he could repeat that some days after. From then, we would have conclusions. First, we have to wait for the diagnosis, and from there on, we will set conclusions." The 18-year-old was visibly disappointed after missing out on the chance to impress against Madrid. Following the game, he was spotted leaving the stadium with a protective boot on his left foot. Hopefully, there is nothing serious and he can make a quick comeback. Amad Diallo recently twisted his ankle against Arsenal, but he was back on the bench to face Madrid. In Mainoo's case, there was contact from Rodrigo, but the fans will be optimistic that the youngster can make a swift recovery. He has been a revelation to watch. On current form, he is definitely a strong contender to start the Premier League curtain raiser. We should get a clear update on the midfielder's injury situation soon. Erik Ten Hag explains Andre Onana problem he spotted versus Real Madrid. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag was asked after the game about Andre Onana's performance against Real Madrid. It was a losing start for Andre Onana, conceding twice in the 2-0 defeat in Houston. The positive was that he completed all 90 minutes of his first appearance. Jude Bellingham scored early on before Joselu's late strike doubled Real's advantage. Erik Ten Hag spotted an error which led to this goal, which he put down to communication between Onana and the defense. Erik Ten Hag told MUTV that he was overall very happy with Andre Onana's contribution. He just was not pleased with how many chances the team allowed him to face, even though it was inevitable against a team of Real's quality. He explained, "When you play against Real Madrid, you will concede chances because it's a very good team, but overall, really quite well. He was there when we conceded chances, and I think everyone has seen he made a good debut. We have a lot of work to do between him and the defending part. You could see the second goal, where we are not closing the back post. It can't be that, and a goal will come there, and that's things that are the rules we have to follow. It will come quickly, that we integrate that into our way of play." Andre Onana overall was fine. It was never going to be seamless between him and the defense in a game where United substituted the majority of the team with half an hour to go. This is what preseason is for, to identify problems and learn, with the aim to solve them for the start of the season. An upcoming match against Borussia Dortmund will provide another test and an opportunity for United's defense to show some improvement. Galatasaray vice president lands in England for showdown talks with Man United about Fred. Galatasaray vice president Erden Timur is reported to have traveled to England in an effort to seal the transfer of Manchester United midfielder Fred. The Turkish giants are among a number of clubs keen to take on Fred, who has seemingly been made surplus to requirements at Old Trafford. He is one of the players Erik ten Hag is open to selling in order to make funds available for additional recruits who are seen as vital to the Dutchman's plans at United. Earlier this month, Fabrizio Romano broke news that the Red Devils had turned down an opening bid from Galatasaray for the Brazilian. The offer did not match United's £20 million valuation for their player. It was subsequently realized that Galatasaray had not given up and were intent on putting in another proposal for the 30-year-old. They are not the only interested party in Fred. He is also on the radar of Fulham and the clubs from Saudi Arabia. Ryan Taylor of The Express now reports Galatasaray Vice President Erden Timur is understood to have flown to England on Wednesday night in a bid to push through the signing of Manchester United midfielder Fred. Galatasaray are ready to try again, and there is a sense face-to-face discussions with the players' representation to sell the project are imminent. As per the Express, United are more than willing to conduct business with the Super League outfit after adding heavyweights in the form of Mauro Icardi and Wilfried Zaha to their ranks. Okan Buruk's side are now prepared to throw everything they have towards landing Fred. The United number 17, of course, stayed behind as the rest of his teammates traveled to the United States for the preseason tour. He was said to have been excluded from the trip due to personal reasons. Alvaro Fernandez eyes loan move to a top league, refuses to rule out Spain return. Manchester United graduate Alvaro Fernandez is eyeing a loan move to a top league following his temporary stint with Preston North End last season. The 20-year-old is one of the best young graduates at the Red Devils, but it's unclear whether he would be part of manager Erik ten Hag's plans next term. Luke Shaw is currently the first choice left back for United. Tyrell Malacia will most likely be the deputy once he returns from the injury that has ruled him out of the US tour. Speaking exclusively to us, Fernandez has said that he is hopeful of staying with the United first team, but is also open to the prospect of leaving on loan. The former Real Madrid youngster added that he is attracting interest from championship teams, including Preston, but he prefers to join a top league, he said. Hopefully I can stay in the United first team. If it doesn't happen and I have to go out on loan, then keep working hard and keep growing. I am 20 years old and what I want is to play, but if it can be at United, much better. I have been called by great championship teams and Preston wanted to continue counting on me, but in case of going out on loan, I would say that the time has come to go to a top league, not to say directly the Premier League or La Liga. When pressed about a future return to Spain, the promising left-back opened the door to the possibility. He added, in the end, I have been away from Spain for a few years, that's fine, but there is always that spark to return. I am great in England, it's the truth, but there is always that door open to return to Spain in the future. Erik ten Hag confirms next transfer target for Man United. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has reaffirmed that the club are looking for the right striker in the current transfer window. The Red Devils had a perfect record in their preseason campaign until their 2-0 defeat to Real Madrid in the United States earlier today. Speaking after the friendly, Ten Hag acknowledged that the result shows why the club are in the market for a new centre forward. The Dutch tactician did not mention any names, but said that United are busy in the pursuit of the right player to sign a contract. He told ManUnited.com, absolutely, the game shows why we are in the market for a new forward. It's always difficult to say. We are working 24/7. We do, and everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot in the club, and we give all the power to get this done. We never talk about the players under contract with another club, so we have our targets in the background. We are busy trying to get the right player to sign a contract for us. Ten Hag is clearly interested in signing Rasmus Haaland from Atalanta. and it was confirmed yesterday that a verbal offer was made. The Red Devils proposed to pay €50 million upfront with a further €10 million in add-ons, but the Serie A outfit are eyeing at least €70 million. Rasmus Haaland ready to turn down higher salary at PSG for Man United transfer. Atalanta striker Rasmus Haaland is prepared to turn down a higher salary package from Paris Saint-Germain to join Manchester United, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. The Denmark international has been identified as United priority striker target this summer. PSG are also in the race to sign the 20-year-old, but Di Marzio report that Haaland is prioritizing a move to Old Trafford despite the better salary proposal from Le Parisien. Atalanta currently want €80 million, including bonuses for the former Stormy Graz ace, but the Red Devils expect to reach an agreement for a fee of €70 million plus add-ons. Di Marzio says the next few days could be decisive and an agreement could be struck by Sunday. Premier League rivals Chelsea recently missed out on signing Manuel Ugarte to PSG after the French champions offered a higher weekly salary to the Uruguayan. The League One giants have attempted a similar strategy for Haaland, but the Dane is clear that he wants to play for United. He has already agreed terms over an €86,000 a week contract. The onus is now on United to find an agreement with Atalanta. The Red Devils should be confident of doing so with the small margin in the valuations between the clubs. In our opinion, a middle ground could be found for around €75 million. The price is definitely on the higher side, but manager Erik ten Hag truly believes in Haaland's potential. The Dutch tactician feels he is the perfect profile to lead the club's attack and can be a 20 goals per season striker. Only time will tell whether he can live up to the price. Haaland is a powerful built striker with a strong aerial presence. He likes to engage in duels and also has the ability to get behind defenses with his pace and dribbling skills. He has the traits to become an elite striker in a few seasons' time. The Dane could prove an excellent piece of investment for the next decade due to his high ceiling. Feyenoord star Justin Bilo remains on Man United's radar despite purchase of Andre Onana. Manchester United continue to hold an interest in Feyenoord goalkeeper Justin Bilo despite the purchase of Andre Onana from Inter Milan, according to 1908 NL. The Red Devils were linked with the Netherlands international earlier in the transfer window. There were suggestions that he could be an alternative if they can't afford Onana. Onana was eventually signed by United for €55 million, but Bilo is still being scouted by the club. Bilo, who had explicit interest from the Red Devils earlier this summer, has not signed a new deal beyond June 2025. Feyenoord have recently made a fresh contract proposal. The Dutchman has made big strides in recent years. Last season, the 25-year-old was hugely important for Feyenoord as they won the Eredivisie title for the 16th occasion. The 25-year-old had an impressive save accuracy of 76%. Meanwhile, he completed 78% of his passes, out of which 14% were from outside the box. Bilo was also brilliant in coming off his line and made some vital challenges. He won as many as 8 tackles, with 4 of those from outside of the penalty area. In our view, Bilo would be a superb deputy for Onana. However, the big question is whether the Dutchman can be convinced to accept a backup role at the club. He recently earned 2 international caps for the Netherlands at the Nations League finals. He could lose his national team spot with the lack of regular first-team football. He is also doubtful whether United will invest €20 million on his services when the budget is limited and there are other important priorities for them in the current transfer window. United's focus is on landing Atalanta striker Rasmus Haaland. They could then turn to Fiorentina midfielder Sofyan Amrabat. A new centre-back could be signed if Harry Maguire leaves. Manchester United have tabled €35 million bid to Fiorentina for Sofyan Amrabat. Manchester United have submitted an initial proposal to Fiorentina for Sofyan Amrabat, according to a report from Italy named Sport Italia. Amrabat has in recent weeks emerged as a target for Erik ten Hag, who is still eager to reinforce in midfield. With Fred's departure looking imminent, the United boss has identified Amrabat as the Brazilian's ideal replacement. A report covered by the People's Person indicated that the Moroccan said yes to the Red Devils after extensive talks were held on Monday with his representatives. The player has already informed Fiorentina of his desire to leave, and the Serie A outfit will not stand in his way if the relatively modest valuation is met. An agreement over personal terms between United and the 26-year-old has already been reached. He is set to earn between €4 million and €4.5 million plus bonuses on a multi-year contract. Amrabat was not included in La Viola's pre-season travelling party amidst heavy links to a sensational Old Trafford transfer. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.